Hello and welcome back to the Malden High Broadcast Network. My name is Andrew Bexley. I'm here alongside Landon Myers from Greenville High School. Here for the third game of the Prep Soups HC Showcase from Greenville High School today. And at this game, we have the North Augusta Yellow Jackets and the Byrnes Rebels. We are very familiar with these Byrnes Rebels. This will be our third time covering them this season. Of course, our Malden Mavericks played them earlier on in the year. We split the season series with them so far, 1-1, but some players to watch out for them. Their big man, Tate Bruton, averages 14.5 points per game and 9.5 rebounds per game. And then, of course, you got the two shooters, Dustin Gillum and Nick Thiel. And then a younger guy who, I don't know if he still comes off the bench, but the last time we've seen them play, he has been coming off the bench. He is the coach's son. It's Will Fowler. He's a freshman, but he does average 6 points per game. Switch to the other sides. You got the North Augusta Yellow Jackets. I believe we played them last year. Didn't we play North Augusta last year at Dorman? Yes, we did. We did. I do remember that. One of their main guy really is Colin Rodriguez. He averages 16 points per game. And, of course, they got Jordan Wilburn, 8 points per game. Najee Buchanan, 6 points per game. But big thing about North Augusta is they have not played since December 15th, which is a long time to play. That's about just under a month, really, about a week under a month. So 3.5 weeks. It's a long time not to play. Landon, thoughts on this game, man?
Well, we already said we're familiar with Byrnes. We know what Byrnes is probably going to do. Going to work it in. Going to try a couple outside shots. I haven't seen North Augusta play all year, so but it'll be interesting to see what Byrnes, because the Byrnes played the way they did against us the first two seasons, like I imagine they would. It should be Byrnes coming out, but it will. I mean, I haven't seen North Augusta, so North Augusta is going to have a little bit of rust, but depends on how well they can get rid of that rust.
Yeah, for sure. So far in the games we've had before, we've had a Travelers Dress win, and in the last game we had a Southside Tigers win. We are exactly at the midpoint today. Of course, Byrnes North Augusta right now in about 4.5 minutes, and then the game after that will be the host Greenville. The Red Raiders will take on R.J. Felton and Aiken. And then finally, the nightcap, our Malden Mavericks will take on the Blythewood Bengals in what should be a cracking matchup. Of course, they have Julian Phillips, the 4-star with 22 offers. But we'll keep our attention on this game between Byrnes and North Augusta. Byrnes continuing their warm-ups, as you can see on your screen right now. North Augusta, they went back to the locker room for final preparations. Here from Greenville High School, home of the Red Raiders, North Augusta. They will enter your screen in here in just a few seconds. They're out from the locker room. And there they go. 3.5 minutes until this start. Of course, this showcase held by Prep Soups HC. The MVPs will be handed out one for each game. So far in the games, it's been Ditarius Williams from Southside, Bobby Taylor from Daniel, Jackson Duncan from Travelers Rest, and then Jalen Gibson from St. Joseph's.
Okay. I think one thing to look out for is how well Byrnes will be able to use their pull-up game. They used it well against Marlin, so we'll see how well they use it against Augusta.
So that is the buzzer for us to Just about get ready to start here. 2 minutes until tip-off between the Byrnes Rebels and the North Augusta Yellow Jackets. North Augusta, the number 10 team in 4A. Byrnes, the number 8 team in 5A. Byrnes coming in at 8-3, 2-1 in region. North Augusta coming in at 3-3. They have not played a region game yet. We'll start off with the starting lineups for today's game. We'll start off with Byrnes. We'll read it out as we hear it. First off, Nana Burris. He will be the senior point guard for the Byrnes Rebels. Next up, Tavion Bruton. He's their big man. Nick Thiel, another senior wing. Dustin Gillum. And then Thomas Gregory. So the five to start off for Byrnes are Bruton, Thiel, Gillum, Burris, and Thomas Gregory. Next up for North Augusta. First up, Colin Rodriguez. Naja Buchanan. Jordan Wilburn. Amari Wilcher. And then Austin Harrell. So for the Yellow Jackets, it's Rodriguez, Buchanan, Wilburn, Wilcher, and Harrell. North Augusta and the yellow with the gold and black stripes, and then Byrnes and the all blue with the silver stripes and white lettering. So 8 minutes on the clock here. And we're about ready to get underway. Jumping up in the center circle will be Naja Buchanan and Tavion Bruton. Tip is won by the Yellow Jackets, and we're underway here in the hands of Austin Harrell. Here's a couple swings around, and it finds Harrell once again. Pulling the three is Wilcher, and he'll swish that one home for the first points of the game. And there's three of them. Nana Burris picks it out wide to Gregory. For Bruton, around for Burris. Burris will use a screen from Bruton, and they'll find a wide open Nick Thiel in the corner, but he misses a three. Rebounded, eventually finds the hands of North Augusta, but that pass is stolen away by Nana Burris. He'll find Bruton, who has a layup no good, rebounded by Thomas Gregory. He could convert on the putback. Second putback also not converted. Eventually another offensive rebound. It's Nana Burris who passes to Nick Thiel. Thiel goes up. His layup's no good. And the foul going the other way. The foul is on Nick Thiel, his first of the game.
See the rustiness between both teams. 3 missed layups.
I agree. 7:07 clock is stopped. 3-0 is the score in favor of the Yellow Jackets. Here are the Yellow Jackets. It's Amari Wilcher. Wilcher in the corner for Harrell. Back to Wilcher. Here's Colin Rodriguez, their main man, averaging 16 points per game. On the wing is driving. It's Amari Wilcher. Back out for Austin Harrell, who pulls a three. It's no good. Rebounded by Tavion Bruton of Byrnes. He'll pass it off, and it'll eventually be out of bounds. It will stay with the Byrnes Rebels, however. The inbounder is Nana Burris. He gets it into Bruton, who cannot control it cleanly, but eventually find a Nick Thiel open again for a three. This time, he makes North Augusta pay. All tied at 3 here with 1:40 played, 6:20 left first quarter. Austin Hale brings it up for North Augusta. He'll find Colin Rodriguez. Rodriguez out for a couple swings, and eventually Austin Harrell could not control the pass, and it will be Byrnes' ball.
I want to see if Byrnes can use that kick-out game like they did in the game against Malden. They used to kick out a lot to Nick Thiel.
In the corner, Nick Thiel again. This time he drives baseline. Pass inside the mad scramble, and coming out with it is Amari Wilcher. He'll try to drive all the way. Picks up his dribble, stops, finds Austin Harrell in the corner. Across the court, Colin Rodriguez. He drives baseline. He'll pass it off to Buchanan. Buchanan up top, pulling a three is Will Byrne. No good. Front of the rim, rebounded by Dustin Gillum. Gillum spins away from possession. He has the ball. Here's Nana Burris, top of the three-point line. He'll drive to his left hand. That's a pretty layup by Nana Burris. Burns his first lead of the game, and it comes at 5-3. Stolen away by Tavian Bruton, and he'll go for a layup. It's no good. He missed the layup. It's rebounded by Jordan Wilburn. In the corner is Colin Rodriguez. Rodriguez drives, and that is Colin Rodriguez at his best. A beautiful pull-up jumper by the senior guard. Now Thomas Gregory for Burns. In the corner, here's Nick Thiel. Thiel drive to the right into the middle of the court. Dustin Gillum couldn't control it cleanly. He'll tip it off to Burris. He gets the pass back from Burris, driving to the baseline. And just a bit of miscommunication between him and Bruton. Bruton cut, and Dustin Gillum did not think he was going to cut. And it went out of bounds. It will be North Augusta Yellow Jackets ball. Checking into the game for North Augusta for the first time is DeMario Saxon. Austin Harrell will take a seat on the bench. 4:45 left first quarter. 5-5 is the score. Will Fowler waiting to check in for Burns. In the corner here is the man off the bench, Saxon. That three will hit the top of the backboard, which means it's out of bounds. Into the game, Will Fowler. Nana Burris takes a seat. Here is Will Fowler, a couple crossovers, ball in his left hand. He finds Dustin Gillum, who's going to drive to the baseline. He passes it off to Bruton. Bruton goes up, and Bruton has 2 points.
Like he was going for a shot, but he got the shot got blocked, so he kicked it out. Good pass right there.
Swinging it around and finds Saxon. Colin Rodriguez up top. Here's the man, Hall. Hall out for Rodriguez, who pulls a contested three, and that's beautiful by Colin Rodriguez. The spin on that ball was immaculate. Here in the corner, Dustin Gillum. He'll pump fake, kick it out for Will Fowler. Fowler driving right hand. He'll pass it off to Gregory. Gregory through the lane. He'll go up, and I believe it's going to be a blocking foul. 2 shots for Thomas Gregory.
How's the right call? They kind of wanted a little bit of a charge, but he didn't have his feet set in time, so it was the right call on him. Yeah, you're right. Buchanan was not set when he made contact with Thomas Gregory, so it will be 2 shots for the senior forward, Thomas Gregory. Excuse me, junior forward. Not a senior, Thomas Gregory, a junior. First free throw is not good. Thomas Gregory's second free throw is up and also no good. But rebounded by Nick Thiel, who goes up. His layup is also not good, and North Augusta will clear it. Ball now in the hands of DeMario Saxon. Pass it off to Colin Rodriguez. Up top is a couple swings around, and we'll find the wing. Some more passes. Here's Buchanan. Up top is Will. A traveling violation on Elijah Hall. Will be Burns' ball. Checking into the game for Burns is Grayson Steeples. Heading the sideline is Thomas Gregory. 3:24 left first quarter. 8-7 is the score. Will Fowler passes it to Steeples. Spinning in the post is Tavian Bruton, but it's blocked by Colin Rodriguez. A mad scramble for the ball. One of the players goes flying into the bench, but that's great effort by the North Augusta Yellow Jackets, and it will be their ball. It was Cortez Jones putting his body on the line, going flying through the bleachers, but he looks to be not too shaken up, which is good to see. Great hustle right there.
North Augusta Yellow Jackets with it now. They find Colin Rodriguez on the wing. He'll pull a three. No good off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Bruton. He'll bring it up. Here's Will Fowler. Fowler speeding through the lane to kick it out wide. Dustin Gillum. Gillum passes it back to Fowler. Fowler driving with his left hand. He'll stop and pull up a jumper. It's good. A nice little runner by Will Fowler. 2:35 left first quarter. 9-8. The Byrnes Rebels lead. Ball in the hands now of Saxon. DeMario Saxon will hand it off to Colin Rodriguez on the screen. Here's Rodriguez. And a timeout called by North Augusta. That's their first call to the game. Score is 9-8. The Rebels lead by 1.
Byrnes 9, North Augusta 8. Ladies and gentlemen, as a reminder, be seated on 3 dots located on the beach throughout the gym. You best recognize the all
So far, the game's leading scorer is Colin Rodriguez. He has 5 for North Augusta. But for Byrnes, Tavian Bruton has 4. Jalen White a close second with 3. Excuse me, Nick Thiel a close second with 3. And then Will Fowler with 2.
Byrnes is not playing at their best right now. If they play like this against Malden, this is kind of like how the second half of the second quarter went for Malden in that second meeting. Malden just completely destroyed in that second half. And they're kind of playing like that to start its first quarter. North Augusta needs to start taking advantage before it gets too out of hand and they are on their roll.
Back in the way here, ball's in the hands of Saxon. Out wide is Wilburn. Wilburn back to Saxon. 2:05 left first quarter. Attempted stolen away, but driving through the lane. Here he is. It's blocked, but they're going to call a foul. It was Jordan Wilburn driving through the lane. That foul is on Jesse Singh. Is that right? Was on number 1? I believe it is on Jesse Singh. That's his first. At the free throw line is Jordan Wilburn. He'll shoot 2. First one is airballed. I think he knew it as soon as he released it because you could hear out a groan. Second free throw is up and no good at the top of the rim, but a strong man is going in. That's Kahari Kirkland. Tavian Bruton now has the ball. He's driving ball in his left hand. They're going to hit a foul on Kirkland, I believe. It is on Kahari Kirkland, his first of the game. And let me tell you right now, if you can't see on the screen, I'm sure you can see, but Kahari Kirkland looks a little bit bigger than person than I'm sure he does on the screen. Jesse Singh gets the inbound pass. It's ripped away by Kirkland. Ball now in the hands of Hall. Hall in the corner. Rodriguez, he's not shy to shoot. No good front of the rim, but he gets his own rebound. Driving through the lane, he'll try to find Kirkland, but it's tipped away. Nana Burris now has it. And Burris will be fouled. Fouls on Colin Rodriguez, his first of the game. Second team foul on North Augusta. Excuse me, third team foul on North Augusta. 2 team fouls for Byrnes. No player with more than 1 foul so far in this game, which is good to see. That was a problem with the last game. Southside had some serious foul trouble, but fortunately for them, they still came out with a win. Here's Nana Burris back to this game. Bruton through the lane. A nice pass by Burris, but Bruton cannot convert the layup. Jesse Singh will get the rebound, but he traveled.
Went up and down, it looked like there.
Clock stopped to 1:20. Byrnes still has a 1-point lead. Ball now in the hands of DeMario Saxon. It was stolen away by Bruton. Bruton going up. He's going to pass it off to Will Fowler. Fowler's layup no good. Rebounded by Fowler. Tipped away by North Augusta. It was Naja Buchanan with that tip, and DeMario Saxon will have the ball once again. Saxon in the corner, Buchanan. Buchanan will pull up for the mid-range. It's no good. Rebounded. It's Grayson Steeples who has the ball now. He's looked like a travel, but no call. Eventually we'll find the hand of Nana Burris safely. In the corner here, Steeples. He'll shoot the 3. He's no good. With 33 seconds left, Naja Buchanan gets the rebound, passes it off to DeMario Saxon. North Augusta can hold for 1 shot if they want to. Pass in the post. Buchanan back into the corner. Here's Austin Harrell. He'll shoot a three. It's no good. Rebounded by Kirkland. Eventually will find a three-point shooter. It's no good. That was Amari Wilcher. Rebounded by Burris. Burris up ahead to Steeples. Steeples to the lane. No foul. Layup no good, but an offensive foul, meaning it will be North Augusta ball. With 6.2 seconds left. Fouls on Nana Burris. His first of the game. Austin Harrell gets the inbound pass with 3, 2, 1. Harrell shoots at the buzzer. No good. At the end of the first quarter, the score is 9-8 in favor of the Byrnes Rebels.
Byrnes, 9. Ladies and gentlemen, as a reminder, you need to keep your mask on all times.
At the end of this first quarter, Colin Rodriguez has 5. Amari Wilcher has 3. And then for Byrnes, Nana Burris has 4. Nick Thiel has 3. And Will Fowler has 2. Landon, thoughts on that first quarter?
Very sloppy, to say the least, because there was I would have to say about 5 missed layups combined by both teams. But I mean, it was just an overall sloppy quarter. But I mean, it's been a while since both teams played. But right now, Byrnes plays the way they did basketball against Malden. They're going to get on this little second quarter. They always get on, so it depends on how fast North Augusta is going to be able to slow that down if they do get on it.
It will be Byrnes' ball to start off this second quarter. Jalen White inbounds to Burris, and we're underway here. Here's Nick Thiel. Thiel driving left hand. He kick it out wide for Will Fowler. Will Fowler back to Nick Thiel in the corner. Thiel pump fakes, drive baseline. His layup is good. 5 points for Nick Fowler in this game early in the second quarter. Austin Hale brings it up for North Augusta. He's passed it out to Buchanan. Buchanan back for Harrell. Harrell on the wing is Wilcher. Wilcher driving through the lane. He'll pull up a jumper from just in from the free throw line. It's no good, and then an offensive foul on Big Kahari Kirkland, his first, and a 14 foul. Excuse me, his second. Here's Jalen White. He'll use a screen from Nick Thielen going to his right hand. Nana Burris decided not to shoot, and he was fouled as he tried to drive through the lane. That foul is on number 22. That's Rory Watts of North Augusta. His first.
Knocked out.
The inbounder is Nana Burris with the long sleeves. He'll find it into Nick Thielen. Thielen's jumper is good. He now has 7. 13-8 now is the score. 6:55 left second quarter. Here is Rory Watts. He'll pass it to Harrell. Harrell finds Wilcher. And a traveling violation on Jordan Wilburn. He pump fakes, but took some steps before he put the ball on the ground, meaning it's a traveling violation. Checking into the game is Colin Rodriguez and Elijah Hall. So the 5 on the floor for the Yellow Jackets is Harrell, Rodriguez, Buchanan, Hall, and Wilburn. Here's Nick Thiel for Byrnes. Couple jab steps and drives right, kicks into the corner. Gregory drives inside. His floater is airballed. And out of bounds on North Augusta will be Byrnes' ball. And a timeout called by North Augusta. 6:23 left, second quarter. The score is 6:23. Excuse me. The score is 13-8. I was looking at the time when I set the score. Five team fouls on North Augusta, 3 team fouls on Byrnes. Only player with more than 2 fouls is Kahari Kirkland for North Augusta. The game's leading scorer is Nick Thiel. He has 7.
Byrnes starting their little run right now. It's not far yet, but it's only 4-0, but still, they're gonna have to. North Augusta's gonna have to start that quick. Byrnes about to get a big play with one of these two.
Inbound pass to Thomas Gregory. Not Burris now with it. Going to work in the post is Nick Thiel. That's a beautiful spin move and pump fake. Nick Thiel with 2 more. He has 9. Colin Rodriguez now has it for North Augusta. A couple crossovers. Tries to step through 2 players and a jump ball. Or, excuse me, a travel. I really thought that should have been a jump ball. He had really 2 players with their hands on the ball, but they said that he traveled instead. So we'll respect the call. Burris gets the inbound pass with 6:05 left, second quarter. 15-8 is the score. Here's Bruton with it. Bruton for Burris. Burris finds Thiel in the post, but Thiel is fouled on the entry pass. It's Austin Harrell who will pick up his first personal foul of the game. 6 team fouls on North Augusta, so after the next team foul, it will be 1-1 free throws for Byrnes. Dustin Gillum gets the inbound pass. He finds Nick Thiel. Thiel jab steps right, but then drives left. Dustin Gillum has it now. 5:44 left. Gillum will use a screen from Bruton. Gillum for Gregory. Gregory drives to his left. He'll spin to his right, and the traveling violation.
Took the extra step right before he took the spin. So call was on, so right call.
Austin Harold will bring it up. He'll use the screen, but that screen was illegal. Jordan Wilburn picks up the personal foul. Because it was a player control foul, it will not be 1-1 free throws, even though it is 17 fouls.
I'm going to 1-1.
They are in the 1-1, but it was an offensive foul, so it's not. They don't shoot 1-1 free throws there. Nana Burris hands off to Thomas Gregory. Gregory for Bruton. Bruton will spin, and then he'll kick it out to Gillum. Gillum will pull a straightaway 3 off the front of the rim, off the backboard, and then in. 3 points for Dustin Gillum.
That little run I was talking about. I mean, they're on at 9-0 right now.
The score is now 18-8, the biggest lead of the day for Byrnes. Nick Thiel still the game's leading scorer. He has 9. Colin Rodriguez has been a little bit quiet this quarter. Has not scored yet. Actually, North Augusta has not scored at all yet in this quarter. Getting ready to get back underway here. Austin Harrell has the ball. He'll pass it out wide for Jordan Wilburn. Stolen away by Dustin Gillum. Gillum goes flying to the basket. He's fouled. The layup is no good, but he'll shoot 2 free throws. That foul is on Najee Buchanan. His second personal. An 8th team foul on North Augusta. When to check into the game for Byrnes is Mr. Fowler, Will Fowler, a freshman guard. Free throw by Gillum is up and barely good. It was sitting on the edge of the rim, but he got a lucky bounce. Second free throw by Gillum is up and good.
I think Augusta's got to get something going right here. It doesn't matter. They just stop this run.
Austin Harrell has it now for North Augusta. He'll drive left hand. Kicks it across the court. Now with Amari Wilcher. Wilcher drives and almost had it stolen, but Jordan Wilburn can regain control. He tried to post up Bruton. Instead, we'll pass it out to Rodriguez. Rodriguez calls his play. Rodriguez driving right hand. Euro step passes out to Harrell. Harrell pulls the corner three. No good. Rebounded by Buchanan. Buchanan back out to Rodriguez. Rodriguez pump fakes, drives, spins to the right hand. Left hand, but a traveling violation before that floater could get up. These refs are not shy to call the traveling violation here today. Inbound pass for Will Fowler. 4:10 left, second quarter. Back out Will Fowler on the wing. Here's Dustin Gillum. He'll decide to shoot the three. It's no good. And rebounded by Wilburn. Wilburn ahead for Harrell. Harrell for Rodriguez. Rodriguez driving to the right. He'll pass it off in a nice pass for the charging violation. It was Dustin Gillum who drew the charge. Second personal foul on Colin Rodriguez, 9th team foul. And Rodriguez wanted to take a seat, and he is not very happy with himself. Here's Will Fowler, right wing. Now swing it all the way around. I got it. Here, the rebound is Jordan Wilburn. Wilburn crosses over left hand where his black shooting sleeve is. Here's Austin Harrell. Harrell will use a screen from Wilburn. Harrell driving left. A couple more drives. Here's Wilder. Wilder hands it off and a spinning through the lane and a pushing foul. It was Saxon going to the lane, but that foul will be on number 5. That's Nick Thiel, his second personal foul of the game, and 4th team foul on Byrnes. Checking into the game for North Augusta is Cortez Jones. Inbound pass took 2 deflections, but the last deflection was off Jordan Wilburn of North Augusta, and it will be Byrnes' ball right in front of their own bench. Timeout called by Byrnes. That's their first one called.
North Augusta still got to score a point in the second quarter, so got to get something. 5 minutes, no points, that's nothing. Not good. Oh.
3:17 is where the clock is stopped for this timeout. 20-8 is the score. Byrnes leads by 12. Of course, Byrnes, the number 8 team in 5A class, and then North Augusta, the number 10 team in Class 4A. North Augusta, if you're not familiar with it, it's just outside of Georgia on the Savannah. Is that the Savannah River that's down there?
I don't know.
One of the rivers that keeps Georgia and South Carolina separate. That's right. North Augusta is right on that river. A nice town. Here's Will Fowler is back on the way. Here's Thomas Gregory into Bruton. A nice play, but Bruton could not convert on the layup. 3 rebound going the other way to Mario Saxon. He'll call his play. 3 minutes left, second quarter. He'll eject the screen. Driving right, hands off to Austin Harrell. Harrell all the way around the pull, a wide open 3. It's no good. Rebounded by Thomas Gregory. Gregory surveying the floor. Ball in his right hand. He'll pass it off to Will Fowler. Fowler driving left. Fowler all the way to the basket. He'll pass it off, but it's deflected, but eventually find the hands of Thomas Gregory, who shoots a floater. It's no good in front of the rim, but he gets his own rebound. No good again. And eventually it will be Byrnes' ball. Inbounding under his own basket is Will Fowler. Fowler in the corner. That three is no good by John Dash. Rebounded by Bruton. He'll go up, no good. Rebounded by Dustin Gillum. He'll go up, no good, but he is fouled.
It looked like he got a little bit of push off going up for the rebound.
That foul is on Amari Wilcher, his first and the 10th team foul on North Augusta of this half. Free throw by Gillum is up and good. He has 6 in this quarter. Second free throw by Gillum is up and also good. Ball now in the hands of Demario Saxon. Saxon kicking it out wide, but it was deflected before it could find the hands of Cortez Jones. Good defense by Tavian Bruton. Tavian Bruton, not the tallest, standing at, what is he, 6'1", 6'3". But, I mean, he's definitely very mobile, one of the more mobile big men. And, of course, he is super athletic and super strong, a very complete big man. Here's Austin Harrell, ball now in his hands. He's being guarded by Gregory. Up top is a wide open Wilson. He'll shoot the three. It's no good. Diving for the ball is Cortez Jones. That's really good effort by Jones, but he cannot come up with the ball cleanly, and it will be Byrnes' ball.
Very sloppy game for North Augusta. I'm saying it a lot, but
they still have not scored at all in the second quarter. They had 8 points at the end of the first quarter, and they still have 8 points with 1:55 left in the second quarter. In the corner is a wide open Dustin Gillum. He'll rattle that three home, and 3 more for Dustin Gillum. He has 10 in this quarter. He has more points in this quarter than the whole Yellow Jackets team, not only in this quarter, but in the whole entire game. Here's Wilburn. Wilburn driving. He'll kick it out wide. That shot is blocked. Active on defense once again is Dustin Gillum. He blocked Amari Wilcher's three-point shot. The inbounder is Amari Wilcher. Wilcher for Wilburn. Finds Austin Harrell. Up top is Demario Saxon. Saxon driving right. Hesitation, hands off to Harrell. Going around the screen and stepping through the lane. Layup is no good, but he got his own rebound. That's Wilcher. Wilcher is fouled as he went up for the shot, and he'll shoot 2 free throws. That foul is on Jalen White. 5th team foul on the Byrnes Rebels. And 2 free throws here. A chance to break the duct for Amari Wilcher and the North Augusta Yellow Jackets. First free throw is up and good. The first points of the quarter for North Augusta come to the hands of Amari Wilcher on the free throw. It's now 25-9. Second free throw is up and also good. Amari Wilcher goes 2 of 2 from the free throw line. It's now 25-10. Wilcher has 5. In the corner, a wide open Will Fowler. He'll pull a three, no good. Rebounded by Gillum. And they're going to hit an offensive foul on Byrnes. Foul is on number 20. That's Dustin Gillum. His first personal and the 6th-team foul on Byrnes. 59.9, a tenth of a second under a minute, but we're back underway now to just under 2 quarters played. Just under 2 quarters played so far. Austin Harrell will pick up his dribble. Bit on the pass fake, but three-pointer's no good. Almost saved. And Jordan Wilburn, that was good effort once again. .45 is where the clock is stopped. The inbounder will be Dustin Gillum. A substitution into the game. Jesse Singh comes in. Will Fowler steps to the side. Nana Burris in the post, Tavian Bruton. He's trying to spin. Kicks it out wide for Dustin Gillum, who pulls a three. That three is no good. Rebounded by Bruton. Bruton, couple pump fakes, then he goes up. The layup is good for Tavian Bruton, his 6th point of the game. Ball now in the hands of Demario Saxon. Saxon in the corner. He'll pass it off to Robinson. Jalen Robinson gives it back to Saxon. Saxon will use a screen going to his left. He'll hand it off to Wilcher. Wilcher will pull a three. It's no good. Rebounded by Bruton. Bruton with 10 seconds left. With 7, he goes up and passes it off to Gillum. Gillum's 2 is good with 5, 3, 2. North Augusta will have to take a full court heave. No good. At the end of the second quarter, the score is 29-10. Byrnes leads by 19.
Ladies and gentlemen, as a reminder, passing people on let's hit on 3 dots. Okay,
The leading scorers in the game for North Augusta, Colin Rodriguez and Amari Wilcher, their only scorers of the game, and they both have 5. Byrnes, Tavy, and Bruton has 6. Nick Thiel has 9. Will Fowler has 2. Dustin Gillum has 12. Landon, thoughts on that first half?
Well, it looked like I already said it's sloppy first quarter. Second quarter, Byrnes. I just said they had that second quarter run. They got it. I mean, it happened exactly with the first ball in the game. Malden scored 2 in the second quarter. So did North Augusta just now. So I mean, you find yourself down by 1 to now down by 19. It's almost impossible to come back, especially against this Byrnes team.
Yeah, so that's all we got for the first half. We'll take a short break and we'll be back in a couple of minutes here for the start of the second half. Unmute. And we are back here from Greenville High School, and you're back to Landon Myers of the Malden High Broadcast Network. We're here broadcasting the third game of the Prep Hoops SC Showcase. This game features the Byrnes Rebels, who have 29 points in the first half, and then the North Augusta Yellow Jackets, who only have 10. Entertaining game if you pull for Byrnes, but if you pull for North Augusta, I wouldn't say the same thing. North Augusta yet to come out of their locker room with a minute left in halftime. I'm sure their coach had a couple things to say to them during that half. I know I would if I was their coach. Eastern Carolina scout just walked into the building. You know who he's here for?
What?
You know who he's here for?
Oh.
RJ Felton. That's where RJ's going. He's
Really?
going to Eastern Carolina, yeah. Maybe that's a ref. You don't see too many scouts walking in with a suitcase like that. I don't know though. I don't know him. I do know that he was wearing an East Carolina shirt though.
He's doing that, but
Shout out to the Pirates of East Carolina. The next game is Greenville High School, the hosts, and Aiken. Ben and I will have that game, and then finally the nightcap. Our Malden Mavericks, the team that we usually cover, they will take on the Blythewood Bengals. But we'll switch our focus back here to this game as we are underway in the second half. Austin Harrell will get us started. In the corner here is Colin Rodriguez. Rodriguez will use a screen and a blocking foul on Dustin Gillum. That is the second foul on Dustin Gillum of the game. First team foul of the half, and an over and back violation.
no, it's because he jumped before he went.
It looked like to me he had possession of the ball in the front court and then stepped to the back court.
From the front court to
Nana Burris has it now. Thomas Gregory back for Burris. Thomas Gregory will pull a wing three. It is no good. Rebounded by Bruton. Bruton will go up. Does not fall, but he'll get the rebound again, and his right-handed hook this time off the glass is good.
There were 5 North Augusta players around him. He could have easily passed it off.
That ball stolen by Dustin Gillum. He'll spin and pull a three from the wing. No good. Rebounded, and going up is Nick Thiel. He blocks, and a charge violation. That was a really, really good job by Nasha Buchanan of settling that contact. It might have been a foul either way. That is a third personal foul, by the way, on Thiel, but Buchanan did a really good job of settling it, as I'm sure you could see on your screen right there. Buchanan, the number one with the knee brace that usually is a sign of prior knee surgeries. But he looks pretty mobile now. Colin Rodriguez pulls a three around the screen. It's no good. At the front of the rim, rebounded by Bruton. Nana Burris now has it. Burris in the corner. Gillum for Bruton. Bruton through the lane. He'll pass to Thiel. Thiel goes up. Contact, but no foul. Rebounded by Buchanan. A lot of the Byrnes team and players wanted to foul there. Austin Harrell pulls a three in transition. No good. Rebounded by Buchanan. Buchanan goes up. His 2 points are good. The first player not named Colin Rodriguez or Amari Rutzer to score this game. It's Buchanan. Thomas Gregory has it now. Nana Burris driving to the lane, kick it out for a wide open. Dustin Gillum, he pulls a three, no good. Rebounded. He gets his own rebound. Just elects not to shoot this time, and he'll dribble out, taking some more time with the clock. 6:10 left in this third quarter. Gillum now for Bruton on the elbow. Nick Thiel goes cutting through the lane. His layup is no good off the backboard. Colin Rodriguez goes flying, no foul. Austin Harrell pulls another transition three, and it's good.
Start you want if you're North Augusta. Bring that little press too, 1-2-2.
Going through the lane is Nick Thiel. That shot's blocked. It was Jordan Wilburn with the block. Austin Harrell has it now. Maybe some momentum going the other way for North Augusta. Driving is Wilburn. He'll get to the lane and kick it out for Rodriguez. Rodriguez, he'll shake and bake on the isolation. Austin Harrell will have it and back out. Austin Harrell hands off to Rodriguez. Rodriguez, a couple crossovers between the leg. He'll have to pick up his dribble and pass it out to Harrell. Harrell goes to the left, spins out for Rodriguez. Rodriguez, a nice pass. Going up is Buchanan. His layup is good. Najee Buchanan has 4 points in this game, all of them coming in the third quarter, 31-17 now. This is as close as it's been in a long while, pretty much. Not Byrnes now has it for Byrnes in the corner. Gregory elects not to shoot and passes it to Gillum. Dustin Gillum will pass it to Byrnes. Bruton gets the pass on the deflection. They'll dribble out, and a timeout will be called by the Byrnes Rebels in the hands of their head coach, Will Fowler. Excuse me, not Will Fowler, Lane Fowler. Will Fowler is the player. Lane Fowler is the coach. 4:41 in the third quarter where the clock is stopped. 31-17 is the score.
About as good a start as you can ask for from North Augusta, especially that slow second quarter. Might have had a couple calls go their way too, or no calls. But
So after that quick timeout, we're getting ready to get back underway here. It will be Byrnes ball under their own basket. Byrnes will be the inbounder. Excuse me, Dustin Gillum will be the inbounder. He is number 20 right in front of you. He'll give it to Bruton. Bruton up for Byrnes. Now Fowler. Fowler driving left. Going to the lane. Tavian Bruton, a nice pass to Byrnes. Lots of blocking foul. And Bruton will shoot 2 free throws.
it was definitely a foul, but that one looked like less of a foul than the other one where there was no call.
That foul will be on number 3, Jordan Wilburn, his second of the game, and the first team foul on the Yellow Jackets. First free throw is good by Bruton. That's his first attempted free throw of this game. Second free throw is also good by Tavian Bruton. He has 10 in the game. Austin Harrell has it now for North Augusta. A wild pass, but Colin Rodriguez will control it. He'll eject a screen, bouncing through the lane. A nice pass finds Buchanan. Really, really nice pass by Colin Rodriguez. And Najee Buchanan has 6 in this quarter. Bruton will spin to the right hand. His floater is good. Tavian Bruton is cooking right now. Austin Harrell now for North Augusta. 3:55 left third quarter. 35-19 is the score. Rodriguez pump fakes and drives right. He's going all the way through the lane. A nice flying layup. No good, but he'll get the rebound. He'll pass it out to Harrell. Harrell pulls a contested 3. No good on the front of the rim. And not Byrnes gets the rebound. You know he'll run. He's a wide receiver for Byrnes. He'll pass it off to Will Fowler. And that layup is good by the young freshman. Colin Rodriguez pulls a 3 off the set. No good. Rebounded by Bruton. Bruton for Gregory. Gregory, a nice catch, but he could not convert the layup. Will Fowler goes up, and he is fouled. That foul's on Colin Rodriguez, his third.
Byrnes wants to play the game a lot faster than North Augusta does. North Augusta want to take their time. Byrnes it's going as quick as they can. Get to the hole as fast as possible.
Will Fowler will shoot 2 free throws here. That first one is up and good. He has 5 in the game now. North Augusta will make a couple substitutions into the game as Demario Saxon and Amari Wilcher, as well as Elijah Hall. Will Fowler, second free throw is no good. and rebounded by Elijah Hall. He'll bring it up. Here's Wilcher. Give me Wilburn. Wilburn into the post. Wilburn a couple in and out dribbles. Behind the back. He'll spin to the right hand as layup goes up, and it's good.
Wow.
Nice move right there by Jordan Wilburn.
More points this quarter than they scored in the whole first half.
Hmm?
More points this quarter than they scored in the whole first half.
Yes, you're right. You are right. That will be another foul. This time it will be on Demario Saxon, his first of the game, the third team foul this half for North Augusta. Inbound pass to Nana Burris. Driving to the lane is Will Fowler, and that will be a traveling violation. Full court press here from Byrnes. Bruton's the man on the inbound pass. Almost stolen away. Really nice effort right there by Grayson Steeples. Dustin Gillum got a little feisty with Cortez Jones right there. It was stolen away. Found Bruton. Nana Burris will go up. He had it knocked away. Eventually coming out of the scramble is Saxton, but then it went off the foot of Jordan Wilburn. Nana Burris, the inbound. He goes up for Bruton. Bruton's shot is good. More full court press. And another forced turnover on the press.
Press is working to perfection right now.
What?
Press is working to perfection.
I agree. Inbound pass to Nana Burris. Burris back for Grayson Steeples. In the corner, here's Dustin Gillum. He'll pull the three. He's fouled. Shot's no good, but he'll have 3 free throws. That foul will be on Cortez Jones. His first of the game and the 4th team foul for North Augusta. Gillum's first free throw is up and good. He now has 13 in the game. Nick Thiel and Jesse Singh wait and check into the game. Second free throw is up and good by Dustin Gillum. He now has 14. Bruton and Burris head to the sideline. Gillum's third and final free throw is up and no good. He goes 2 or 3 from the line. Ball now in the hands of Jordan Wilburn. He'll pass it out wide to Demario Saxon. Saxon a couple crossovers. He'll use a screen. Saxon here for Cortez Jones. Jones in the post goes Elijah Hall. Hall trying to go to work. He'll shoot a short range jumper and it's good. 2 points right there for Elijah Hall. 42-23 is the score. 1:45 left third quarter. Will Fowler across the timeline now. Kicks it out for Grayson Steeples. Steeples into the corner. Here's Dustin Gillum, and he traveled. Driving to the lane is Amari Wilcher. He'll go up, and a nice layup right there by Amari Wilcher. He has 7 in the game. In the corner, a wide open Dustin Gillum. His three's no good. A strong rebound by Jordan Wilburn. He'll bring it up. Wilburn, couple hesitation dribbles, and he'll kick it out wide. The floater is no good by Cortez Jones. The rebound goes to Gillum. Gillum out in the corner for Steeples. Steeples in for Nick Thiel. Thiel going to work, but an offensive foul. And that's his 4th personal foul of this game, the 3rd. And Coach Fowler is making the case for his player. He does not think that is a foul, and I probably would agree with him right there.
Yeah.
Demario Saxon now has it. He's cooking with 40 seconds left. On the screen is Jones, back for Saxon. Saxon coming around. A three-pointer is no good by Amari Wilcher, but the rebound goes to North Augusta. Here's Wilcher once again. He'll drive right. A step through the lane and a traveling violation on him. .20 left, third quarter. 42-25 is the score. Here's John Dash. Driving to the lane is Will Fowler. He's going to get called for a travel. They're asking for a foul right there. For a slap on the wrist. 11.1 seconds left. Wilburn has it. Wilburn will be ripped away. Bruton behind the back dribble. And the Euro step to the right. He's fouled. Count that basket. He'll have a chance at a three-point play. That foul is on Demario Saxon, his second and the 15 foul. 2 points right there for Tavian Bruton. And he'll have a chance at the old-fashioned three-point play from the line if he can make this free throw with 4.3.
Great play by Burton to he forced him to make contact with him. He forced the foul into him.
That free throw is good.
Oh, wow.
Pass ahead for Saxon. Saxon to the basket. His floater is no good at the buzzer, but the putback is, however, good by Elijah Hall. So at the end of the third quarter, the score is 45-27. Stats at the end of this third quarter. Rodriguez has 5. Buchanan has 6. Wilburn has 2. Paul has 4. Wilcher has 7. And Austin Harrell has 3. That's for North Augusta. On the other side for Byrnes, Tavian Bruton. In that quarter, he had 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 in that quarter, which means he has 17 on the game. And he's looking like a front runner for the MVP of this game for his team. The one who is in a close second right now is Dustin Gillum. He has 14. Also on the Byrnes side of the ball, a man in foul trouble with 4, Nick Thiel. He still has 9 despite the 4 fouls. Will Fowler, he has 5 on the game. And, yep, that's it. That's all we got for Byrnes on the stats for that. For this through 3 quarters so far. Of course, the next game, you got to make sure to stick around. That game will be between the hosts, the Greenville Red Raiders, and the traveling Aiken Fighting Green Hornets. You don't see 2 adjectives in a team's mascot name very often, but I mean, Aiken is it. The Fighting Green Hornets. It's a very descriptive mascot. Back underway here from Greenville High School. Byrnes has the ball. You might see some of the younger guys get some action here for Byrnes, considering their increased lead. Colin Rodriguez with the steal. He'll Euro step to the basket. No foul. Layup no good. It's rebounded by Bruton. Will Fowler has it now for Byrnes. He passed out wide for Dash. Dash for Fowler. Fowler out for a wide open Steeples, who pulls a 3. No good. It's off the front of the rim and rebounded by Saxon. Saxon passed to Rodriguez, who now has the ball. Rodriguez across the court pulling the three-pointer is Hall. Hall's 3 is no good. Rebounded by Wilburn. Wilburn up top. Colin Rodriguez. He pulls a 3, and it's good. The first point since the first quarter for the main man for North Augusta. And that is not going to win you a lot of games. Tavian Bruton layup is good. Count it. And a foul. That foul is on Colin Rodriguez. He has 4. And Rodriguez will have to take another seat. Checking into the game is Amari Wilcher and Austin Harrell. And then into the game for Byrnes, Nana Burris, Will Fowler takes a seat. Bruton's free throw is good. And a sideline warning on the coach, I believe.
Yes.
And a sarcastic clap by the head coach of the Yellow Jackets, Tony Harrell. Father of Austin Harrell, their player number 12. You can see him on the right of your screen now. He's in the corner. Amari Wilcher has it now. He'll use a screen. He has to pass it off to the screener, Cortez Jones, but Wilcher will get it back. He'll hand it off here for Hall. Coming around, he'll use two screens. It's tipped away by Bruton. Bruton going up. His layup is no good, but rebounded by John Dash. He goes up for two. David Bruton really is a menace, and he can switch on almost any screen, which is really good for Byrnes. And another steal there for Bruton. Bruton will attempt to go up. He cannot control it cleanly, but now he does after the steal, and he has two more. He already has 5 in this quarter. And overall in the game, he has 11, 13, 15, 18. He has 22 in the game. So far, the leading scorer of the day in this showcase. He's looking like a sure thing for the game MVP. Offensive foul now on the Yellow Jackets. It's going to be on Amari Wilcher, his second, and the 7th team foul. Buchanan checks in. Cortez Jones checks out. Steeples across the court for Gregory. Gregory almost walked, but he didn't. Steeples in the corner for Dash. Dash for Burris. Burris drives a nice find by Nana Burris, and 2 more points for Tavian Bruton. I'm starting to run out of room in the stat book for Mr. Bruton in this game. He now has 24. Austin Hale driving left. He'll hand it off. A couple more hands off, bouncing to the lane, and then blocking foul. Blocking foul on Nana Burris, his second.
Not going to count the basket, huh?
Landon is right. It is on the floor. Preston Owens and Dustin Gillum check in. Austin Steeples has it now. Here is Austin. Driving to the lane is Amari Wilcher. His 2-pointer is good. Shooting a 3-pointer is Dustin Gillum, and he made it. A pump fake. Austin Harrell will shoot a 3. It's good. The timeout called by North Augusta. They have 2 remaining. Score at the time of the timeout, 57-35. Byrnes leads by 22. 4 minutes, 37 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Been overall one of the best performances from Byrnes so far, other than that first quarter. But other than since then, Byrnes have been playing like they should, a top 10 team, maybe really a top 5 team in the state.
Yeah, Byrnes really is having an impressive game. They're playing very, very well. The inbounder will be Dustin Gillum. No, excuse me. I was looking at the wrong side. It's Tavian Bruton. Right 3/4 court of the press from North Augusta. They now drop back off just to the half court. Ball in the hands of Nana Burris. He'll find Dustin Gillum in the corner. Gillum drives baseline. I really thought that was a foul, but no call. Amari Wilcher has it now in the corner. A dribble and a three-pointer is no good from Elijah Hall. Rebounded by Burris. Burris head for Gillum, who cannot catch it cleanly. And it will be North Augusta ball. Austin Harrell gets the inbound pass back underway for 10. Left fourth quarter. Will Fowler will wait to check into the game for Byrnes. Austin Harrell will shoot a contested three. It's airballed, rebounded by Bruton. Bruton ahead for Gillum. Gillum will drive to the basket. His layup's no good, and it will be rebounded by Elijah Hall of North Augusta. Hall will now cross the timeline. Ball right hand. He'll pass it out wide. Here is Amari Wilcher. Wilcher a couple between the leg dribbles. He gives it right back to Elijah Hall. Hall has pass deflected, but it will find Jordan Wilcher. Up top now is Buchanan. Buchanan finds Harrell. Harrell pulls a three, no good on the front of the rim, but it will be rebounded and retained by Jordan Wilburn. Wilburn up for Harrell. Another substitution waiting for Byrnes. It's Nick Thiel. Stop and a pop jump shot's no good by Amari Wilcher. And it looked like Tavian Bruton twisted his left ankle, which is not good at all. An injury timeout as Bruton was pretty quick to his feet right there, which is a very good sight to see. He has been an amazing performer in this game and really through the whole season for Byrnes. He's just hobbling and favoring that left foot just a bit. I think he twisted it when he came down. The 2 points were good by Buchanan. And an injury timeout. 37-57 is the score. Trainers are checking out the left ankle of Tavian Bruton right now. One shot will be shot by Jalen White. Excuse me. That was Elijah Hall. His free throw is good. Will Fowler across the court for Thiel. Thiel got called for a push. And as you can see right in front of you, Jordan Wilburn was not very happy with that call. But it will be 1-and-1 free throws for Nick Thiel. Nick. I think they said there was some blood on number 3, Jordan Wilburn, which means he'll have to take a seat. Kahari Kirkland will check in. First free throw is good by Nick Thiel, which means he'll get the second one. Good to see that Tavian Bruton was walking around fine on the sideline now. He took a seat once again, but does not look to be in too much pain, which is a very good sight if you're a basketball fan in general. Imagine he won't play any more of this game, and just so that they don't risk it any further, Kahari Kirkland now has the ball for North Augusta. His inside pass and a traveling violation on Elijah Hall.
Wow.
Will Fowler now has the ball. He'll pass it to John Dash. In the corner, Nick Thiel. He'll pump fake and then pull a three. It's no good off the backboard. Rebounded by Will Fowler. In the corner, shooting a three is Preston Owens. It's no good. Rebounded by Buchanan of North Augusta. He'll pass it off. Going to the lanes, Buchanan. He's fouled. Shot's no good, but he'll shoot 2 free throws. That foul is on Preston Owens, his first of the game, and the 15th foul of the half. 17th foul of the half. Free throw is up by Buchanan, and it's good. He has 9 points in this half. Second free throw, no good by Buchanan. Goes 1 of 2 from the line. John Dash now has it with 2:20 left in the fourth quarter. He's driving baseline. He'll spin away from pressure, hand it off to Will Fowler. Fowler through the lane in the corner is Preston Owens. He'll shoot a 3. It's no good, and it's rebounded by Demario Saxon for the Yellow Jackets of North Augusta. Hesitation move. Will pass it out wide. Pulling a 3 is Amari Wilcher. Will Fowler through the lane. His layup is no good. Tried to jelly it right there. Put some English on it, but it could not fall for him. Here is Mario Wilcher, behind the back dribble. He's getting through the lane. A nice move by Wilcher, but he cannot convert it. Rebounded going the other way. Byrnes has it now. Will Fowler all the way to the basket. A nice defensive play, but he stepped out of the line, unfortunately for him. Demario Saxon with a nice defensive play. Will Fowler will inbound it under his own basket. Some subs here for North Augusta. Into the game comes that is Rory Watts, Cortez Jones, and a 3 shot and made by Jalen White of Byrnes. Demario Saxon has it now for North Augusta. 1:25 left in this game. Kari Kirkland will pass it off to Cortez Jones. His deep mid-range jumper is good. His first points of the game. Will Fowler has it now. He'll pass it off to Jalen White, who pulls another 3. No good. Too strong off the back of the rim. Will Fowler had it stolen away from him off the offensive rebound, but then he'll steal it right back. Good effort there by Will Fowler. Then he drew the foul on Demario Saxon, his 3rd and 9th team foul. That's the type of play that earns you more minutes in the coach's eyes. Good effort by Mr. Fowler.
Well, he's also his son. So
What?
also his son.
Well, that also will earn you a couple more minutes.
Yeah.
Will Fowler from the free throw line. His shot is up and no good. Shooting a 3-pointer is Rory Watts. It's no good.
Called a push. Huh. But he fell on his own.
41-62 is the score here with 44.6 left in the fourth quarter. Shooting 2 free throws will be Cortez Jones. I didn't see who that personal foul was on, but it is the 8th team foul on Byrnes, so they will shoot 1-and-1 free throws. Will Fowler checks out. Jesse Singh steps on. One and one free throws here for Cortez Jones. If he makes the first, he'll have a second. First one's up, and it's good, so he'll have a second. Second free throw is up and good once again by Cortez Jones. Second free throw is up and no good by John Dash. Jesse Singh in the post had it stolen away. They're going to hit a reach-in foul on North Augusta. It will be 2 shots for him. That foul was on number 15, Cortez Jones, his second, and a 10th team foul on North Augusta. So Jesse Singh will shoot 2 free throws. First free throw good by Singh. He'll shoot another one. His first point of the game. Second free throw up and good. By Jesse Singh, he goes 2 of 2 from the line. Inbound pass to Demario Saxon with 25 left. In the corner here is Watts. Watts up top for Saxon. Driving through the lane is Robinson. He had it stolen away from him, but Cortez Jones got it back and went
Great
up
play
for 2.
right there, man. Not giving up going to 3 players.
John Dash with 5 seconds will dribble the game out. The 19-point victory for the Rebels of Byrnes High School from Duncan, South Carolina. We'll tally up the final stats for this game. Player of the game for Byrnes is Tavian Bruton, and he'll get a T-shirt. I think they're just going to do one MVP for this game, and rightly so. It's Tavian Bruton. He had 6 points in the first half, but then in the second half had 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 in the second half. So 18 plus 6, that equals 24. So 24 points in the game for Tavian Bruton. Also for Byrnes, Jesse Singh had 2. Nick Thiel had 11. Jalen White had 3. Will Fowler had 4. John Dash had 2. Dustin Gillum had 17. And then switching over for North Augusta, Colin Rodriguez. A quiet game for him. He only had 8 because of the foul trouble. Najee Buchanan had 9. Jordan Wilburn had 2. Elijah Hall had 5. Amari Wilcher had 9. Austin Harrell had 6. And Cortez Jones also had 6. So that will be the end of the third game here for us from Greenville High School. In about 40 minutes' time, we will have the fourth of 5 games between Greenville and Aiken. We will see you then.